On Wednesday, 29th May, President Bola Tinubu will be 1 year in office. It is a milestone that evokes serious reflections, given the electoral promises of every occupant of that office and the country's existential challenges that need to be tackled. A juxtaposition of the two extremes in 1 year of this administration leaves no one in doubt of a chasm that is apparently galling. The administration has noticed this incongruity and decided to make the anniversary low-key. A revelation the Minister of Information, Mohammed Idris, made. As Tinubu marks 1 year in office, what may easily and cynically come to many minds could be that off-the-cuff and thunderous declaration: "Fuel subsidy is gone" to the chairs of Bretton Woods institution, the infamous deities of market-driven economy, the liberalisation of the foreign exchange market followed. These two policies sparked a perfect storm for the economy. Inflation, their ineluctable consequence, has since then become a bull in a china shop. Insecurity, lopsidedness in political appointments, transparency deficits in governance, and disregard for the 1999 constitution have equally surged to draft Tinubu's 8-point renewed hope agenda. Tinubu has not demonstrated statecraft in allowing workers' salary to remain the same. 1 year after his economic policies unleashed the harshest hardship on Nigerians, Edo and Cross River State have offered 70,000 naira as against the federal government's 57,000 minimum wage proposal. The indexations it might have used for the figure mismatched the headline inflation at 33.69%, the highest in 28 years, and April's food inflation at 40.53%. As reported by the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS), the situation is dire for Nigerians, especially for the unemployed, and over 133 million Nigerians judged in 2022 as being multi-dimensionally poor. A litre of fuel, which sold for 185 a year ago, is currently selling between 750 and 800. Worse is the fact that it is scarce. Mid last year, a 50-kilogram bag of rice was sold between 42,000 and 50,000. It sold to 90,000 in February, and now it costs 80,000. Besides foodstuff, the cost of medicines, school fees, and house rents are on the same stratospheric trajectory. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory (FCT), Mr. Nyesom Wike, says there is hope for Nigerians, considering the achievement of President Bola Tinubu in just 1 year in office. Wike stated this after he inspected the Southern Parkway Road and Abuja Rail Mass Transit in preparation for commercial inauguration on May 29th. According to Wike, Tinubu has done very well in FCT and the country in just 1 year, particularly in physical infrastructure and human capital development. The minister, as the chief mouthpiece of the government, Mohammed Idris, sees his principal, the president, as an adept communicator who leads by example and wants Nigerians to always be in the know regarding the decisions being taken on their behalf. Despite pointing out glowing features which somehow characterizes the Tinubu administration, many Nigerians will agree that 1 year might be too short a time to really access a government that has shown signs of birthing a new country. Yet, for others, it perhaps may not be out of place to give the new administration the benefit of doubt, to double up efforts by wrapping up economic policies, programs, and deliver the gains. Because, as it appears now, majority of Nigerians may not really be in a position to discern the positive intentions of the government when they are faced with excruciating challenges on account of their daily livelihoods.
As we can see, Bola Tinubu will complete 1 year in office, I think on May 29. So there's nothing to show for this administration. There is no particular thing, particular project or any area of the economy that has been tackled 100% by this administration. There is no part of, or no economy, no aspect of the economy that is working. Everything remains stagnant. Nothing is working. If you look at it from the angle of, let me say, from insecurity, the rate of insecurity in the country keep increasing every day by day. Bandits keep attacking and killing innocent people from, let me just say, from every area, kidnapping and killing, armed robbery everywhere, in every part of the country today. So the government has not done anything to tackle the insecurity in Nigeria. And if you also look at the economy as a whole, Nigerians are going through hell. They are going through hell in the aspect of even buying consumer goods in Nigeria today is not a small thing. It's not a small thing. It has become a very big problem. Nigeria can no longer eat the way they were eating in the previous government. So things have been very tough for Nigerians.
His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu. He has made a lot of contribution in making Nigeria, the unity of Nigeria. That is one. In terms of economy, he has made a lot of improvement in terms of economy. And in terms of security, we know all what he has put in place to secure this nation. And having said this, you know all the mess that the past administration, I'm so glad to say this, all the mess the past administration had put in place. And for someone like Bola Tinubu, if not for him to have stood on his ground to make sure to clean up this mess, that is just the few suffering we are going through now. But I believe after this now, we are going to get Nigeria back again on track. Because President Bola Tinubu is ready to put Nigeria back on track. That is why we just have to be a little bit patient with him. You can see the Naira issue, you can see the petroleum tax sector, you can see all the rats that he is putting everything back in place. And I believe Nigeria will be back again. All these agencies and ministry, they are still trying to clean all the rats in those agencies. After this, you will begin to see the employment opportunity that will come on this. Then having said this, President Bola Tinubu has traveled all other countries to war investors. All these investors, they have put in place their promise and their written note coming down to Nigeria to invest. And having said this, when all these investments are coming on board, you will see more than 1 million youth will be engaged.
So far, so good. The first major thing he said is still what is ravaging Nigeria till today. Consider subsidy gone. I thought he would be a leader that would be passionate about what Nigerians should be in the next 4 years. But it's surprising that from that announcement, Nigerians have been thrown into agony and pains. Subsidy gone has become a pain in every household of this Nigeria, in exception of the political office holders, those that feast on our national cake. And if you talk of the attendant effect of subsidy, you see that even the electricity itself is having issue. This year, electricity has been increased. This is about 4 times, and it has legalized the increment and calling it that some are in band A, band B, band C. This is electricity that is like a borrowed commodity in our society. When you need it, you don't have it, but you are forced to pay even to the last dime that you need to pay to the PHCN. And on the other side, if you go to education, both private and government-owned institutions all increase their tuition fee and school fee in all the schools. And at the same time, the society that we belong to, we are not having anything like the impact of government in every area. Salaries have not been increased. They have just deceived people. They just gamble with labor, and labor are just toothless dogs. They only bark, but they cannot bite. While people are living under penury and pains, you see that the money you get goes for transport and bills. So there is nothing that is good talking about this government so far. And if you are even talking about increment in salary, what is the percentage of people in Nigeria that is engaged on salary-based job? You see that it's just a fraction of Nigeria. What happened to the remaining people? Should they go and die or they go and steal? So the government have not been fair to us in every wise in this nation. So this administration is one of the worst in my own lifetime that I can talk about. If we say last administration was bad, this one is worst.
Reporting from Nigeria's state capital, Suwaibifa Jackridge, Top Accolade News.